Ball at the 46-yard line. Garrison goes in motion. It's a toss to Garrison up the right side. Breaks a tackle. And then finally is taken down in Middle Township territory at the 45. That's a gain of about 9.
That was a well-executed play that time also by the Chiefs.
Play.
Yes, that was well executed.
First and 10 for Buna at the Middle Township 45. 1:45 to go first. Middle Township took advantage of a muffed punt by Buna and scored on an 18-yard touchdown play. Pass. Here's a toss and all kinds of room over here, but a good open field tackle is made. It was Jordan on the run, and he picks up 6. And the open field tackle was made by Travis Lombardo.
Under a minute to go, first quarter.
Here's another toss, trying to right side. Oh, what a hit. What a hit by Tyree Moore.
Tyree Moore made sure he wasn't going to miss that tackle. That's for darn sure. He hit the running back right square in the numbers.
There's only a gain of 1, and it brings up 3rd and 3 for Buna at the Middle Township 38. Buna in the huddle here.
As Brian said, the Chiefs like to take a lot of time.
There's 10 seconds left in the quarter. Let's see if they get the playoff. They will. It's a handoff to Smith, and I believe he's going to be. Well, yeah, they gave him a very generous spot here, and I thought he might be a little short of the first down. But he picked up 4 and got the first down. That'll do it for the first quarter. 6-0 Middle Township. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 The Coast. And great crab cakes are waiting for you. Enjoy Courthouse Casual, fine food and spirits since 1905. Go to Steaks, Shakes, and Cakes in Cape May Courthouse for a great sandwich and dessert. Let them make your taste buds happy. That's Steaks, Shakes, and Cakes in Cape May Courthouse. Avalon Brew Pub is open year-round for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Located just off the beach on 79th Street. Check out Avalon Brew Pub at avalonbrewpub.com. Start of the second quarter here. Buna has the football, 1st and 10 at the middle 39. Here's a handoff and a pickup of about 5 by Naz Smith. We'll mark the ball at the 29 of middle. Buna actually started at the 34, not the 39.
And right now, Buna doing a good job, Brian, with this ball control offense. They're running to the right, they're running to the left, and they're picking up nice 5-6 yard chunks, and continue to move the ball down the field, moving the sticks.
Fake the handoff, rolling out, throwing deep is Gonzalez. He has a man down there. It's tipped, and it is incomplete. Great play by Zarfati in the end zone The intended receiver was Shane Reed, and Zarfati couldn't have played that any better, buddy.
No, and again, Zarfati, Michael Zarfati, the junior, just showing his athleticism, Brian. Again, we can't say enough about him as an outstanding wide receiver. And his speed and his athleticism is so deceptive. And there he shows it on the defensive side as he defends that pass superbly.
3rd down and 5 for Buna. J.J. Gonzalez under center this time. Fakes a handoff. He tosses to Garrison, who fumbles the football. It's still loose. Middle Township thinks they have it. It looks like Buna fell on it. Risky toss. On the option.
And that's going to be no gain. And as Brian said,
it brings up 4th and 5.
Samir Garrison, they were lucky. He was lucky to be able to retain possession of that football.
So another big 4th down here. Middle stopped Buna on a 4th and 3 play earlier in the quarter, in the half. Middle leads at 6-0, 10:24 to go here in the first half. 4th and 5 for Buna. Gonzalez in the shotgun here. Takes the snap, he's back to pass, fires. It is caught. That is a heck of a catch by Reed on the slant pattern. And they pick up about 12 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, it was a well-thrown ball,
yes,
too,
it
Brian.
Was.
I mean, Gonzalez threw it where only Reed could catch it.
Right.
And Reed went up high and brought it down.
Gets it down to the Middle Township 18-yard line. That's a big conversion by Buna right there after they were trailing, or after they were looking at a 4th and 5 play there. They pick up 11. 9.5 to go. Buna trails Middle 6-0, but the Chiefs are knocking on the door here. Here's a handoff off the left side, and rumbling all the way into the end zone for a touchdown is Yazier Jordan from 18 yards out. Broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, broke a tackle about 10 yards downfield, and then broke a tackle near the goal. And Buna will come on for the extra point kick. And it's Gonzalez, the quarterback, who will kick it. Joey Marshall is the holder. Middle Township, I think, just jumped offside here. Now Buna might elect to go for 2. That's exactly what they're going to do here. They're going to now take the kicking tee off as Middle is offside on the PAT. So now Buna will go for 2 to try to take the lead here. As the ball gets moved up to the 1.5-yard line. So 6-6, 9:09 to go in the second quarter. And Buna shuffling some players around here. Tight formation.
They have a lot of guys looking over to the sideline to see what plays coming in.
Gonzalez takes the snap. They hand it off, and I don't think Smith got in. They're saying no. It's a nice stand there by Middle Township. We're tied at 6. 9:09 to go, second quarter. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 the Coast. We're tied at 6. Crest Savings Bank, banking since 1919, with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. Visit crestsavings.com. If you're in the mood for something sweet, Cluster Popcorn has just what you need. You can follow them on social media or at Wildwood at clusterpopcorn.com. So Buna to kickoff. Zamar Wakefield is back deep. It's a low line drive. It's caught by an up man. That's Lombardo racing down the left sideline and all the way into Buna territory. And he's knocked out of bounds at the 40, down near the 40-yard line of Buna.
Yeah, I think they're going to spot that football on the 41-yard line of Buna. So Middle Township with excellent field position to start this drive after the Buna touchdown. So we're tied now at 6-6 with 9:04 to go.
Oliver up under center. Rodriguez, the lone setback. It's a handoff to Rodriguez. Tries the left side, and he picks up a few, tripped up at about the 37. Gain of close to 4. Second and 6 for the Panthers. Tied at 6. Good one so far. 8:40 to go, second quarter. Second down and 6 for Middle Township. And Middle Township's got to call a timeout. Looks like Frank Rigitano is frustrated. Looks like a couple players forgot the play or didn't know it. Timeout on the field. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 the Coast. Radzetta Funeral Home in Cape May Courthouse supports the Middle Township Panthers, and they support high school football on 98.7 The Coast. Out of the timeout, it's Middle Township with the ball, second down and 6 at the Buna 37. We're locked at 6 here in the second quarter. Hand off to Rodriguez, trying the left side, has some room, is taken down short of the first down. He picked up 4 or 5. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 1. It's a gain of 5. Ball at the 32 of Buna. We're now inside 8 minutes to go, second quarter. Wildwood has just taken a 12-6 lead over Lindenwald in the third quarter. Hand off to Moore. Breaks a tackle and gets the first down. Good run by Tyree Moore. He needed 1, got 2, maybe even 3. And he gets the first down as they mark the ball up at the 30.
Yeah, and the most important thing is, as Brian said, he moves the chains, picking up that first down, taking the ball to the Buna 30-yard line. 7:27 to play here in the second quarter, and we are tied at 6 points apiece, and Middle Township looking to keep this drive moving.
Oliver rolling to his right. He's being chased, and he's sacked.
That's a 10-yard loss.
Wow. Yeah, that's going to take the ball back to the 40 or close to it, and they're going to mark it right on the 40. It'll bring up 2nd and 20. I think somebody from Middle missed a block on the outside there, buddy. When Oliver started rolling to his right, a Buna defender was in his face immediately. He had no chance. He actually did well to hang on to the football.
Yes, and the scoreboard still says actually says 4th down and 20, but as Brian said, it is 2nd and 20.
Hand off to Moore. And he does a good job dragging a tackler to pick up close to 5. Bring up 3rd and 15. Tied at 6 here in the second quarter. And Middle Township facing a 3rd and 15. So 3rd and 15 for Middle Township at the Buna 35-yard line. Just over 5.5 to go first half. We're tied at 6. Oliver hands to Rodriguez. Trying to turn the corner. Sticks his head down. Gains about 5. Up to the 30. And this will bring up 4th and 10 for Middle. Actually, they marked the ball down at the 29, so make it 4th and 9.
Brian Buna did a good job of stretching that run out.
Rodriguez, you could tell, buddy, wanted to cut that up earlier, and he just didn't have a lane. He still gained 6, but Buna did well on a 3rd and 15 play, just containing him to that 6-yard gain.
And as you said, now we have a 4th and 9 for the Panthers. 4:42 to go here in the first half. Middle with the ball on the Buna 29.
Oliver rolls to his right. This time he's got time. Now he wants to run, throws, and threw it behind Adrian LeBoy. And that will turn it over on downs. And Buna will have it 1st and 10 at their own 30. Own 29, excuse me.
And Brian, he actually looked like he had a lot of grass there in front of him.
And I think he wanted to run, and then at the last second, I think he thought LeBoy was open, but he just threw it behind him. So 1st and 10 for Buna at their own 29. Lower Cape May trailing Pittman 26-6, excuse me, after the third quarter. 1st and 10 for Buna. J.J. Gonzalez takes the snap, hands it off to Smith, taken down after a short gain. And a nice play over there by Nick Cruz. Smith picked up 3. 2nd and 7. Nick Cruz, buddy, a 6-foot, 315-pound junior, and he's turned into pretty reliable lineman on both sides of the ball for Middle Township.
Yes, absolutely.
Gonzalez hands off again to Smith. This time it's a short gain. Got up to the 35. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. So another 3-yard gain, 3rd and 4 here for Buna. It's a big play here for Middle. If they could stop Buna for, little or no gain, they may force them to punt, since Buna has the ball here at their own 35. 3:15 to go before halftime. Gonzalez. And Middle jumped offside. That's going to give Buna the first down.
Yeah, it was sophomore number 72, Marcus Matthews, and he knew right away.
I'd have to go back and count them up, buddy, but that's at least the 5th penalty on Middle Township so far this game.
Actually, it's their 6th penalty. They had 3 on the offensive side of the ball in that first first drive.
Right. So first down for Buna. Buna marched 70 yards in 13 plays on their last drive. 2.5 to go, a little over 2.5 to go here before halftime. Buna does have all three of its timeouts. Now we have a flag. And no, a timeout actually. Buna called timeout right before the snap. Timeout on the field, tied at 6, 2:29 to go second quarter. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 the Coast. Clenswhite Pools is now fully restocked on spas, and they're going fast. Stop by Clenswhite on Route 9 in Rio Grande to secure your spa today. 1st and 10 for Buna. Back to pass now is Rodriguez. Looks out in the flat, and it's caught. But a nice play out there by Lombardo to limit that to a 4-yard gain. The pass was complete to Garrison. Actually, they're going to mark it back at the 43, so it's a gain of 3. And clock is still moving. Buna's not really in much of a hurry here. You know, the ball's on their side of midfield, and we're now inside 2 minutes to go. 2nd down and 7. Gonzalez this time in the shotgun. Garrison goes in motion. They toss it to him. He's going to try this left side. He's got a man beaten. He's down inside the 30 and finally driven out of bounds at the 25. So a 35-yard run by Garrison. And actually, it really goes down as a pass play because Garrison was coming across in motion in front of Gonzalez, who took the snap and just kind of floated the ball up in the air for Garrison to snatch. And it's a 1st and 10 for Buna at the Middle Township 25 with 1:35 to go here in the first half.
And needless to say, that was a huge, huge play by the Chiefs.
Gonzalez tosses to Smith, makes one man miss, still on his feet, has a 1st down and more. He's taken down inside the 15-yard line. And they're going to mark it right on the 15, so it's a 1st down. Oh, we have a flag here. Let's see what we got. We have a dead ball, personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Buna. So that's a 15-yard loss. And it'll still be 1st and 10 as it was a dead ball after the play. So that marks it back at the 29. That's a big penalty here late in the half. 1:26 to go.
Well, you know, now you had a first and 10 on the Middle Township 15. Now it pushes it back to a 1st and 10 on the 30 with 1:26 to go.
Gonzalez, quick pass out to the right. It's too high and incomplete. Lombardo was running step for step with Garrison there. Good play by Lombardo. The pass was high anyway. 2nd down and 10 for Buna. 1:26 to go in the half. Clock stops, obviously, on the incomplete pass. Pittman leads Lower Cape May 33-6. Second down and 10 for Buna. Gonzalez takes the snap. He's back to pass. Firing right side, incomplete. It was well overthrown. Garrison was the intended receiver. The closest player to it was Amar Wakefield.
Yes.
For Middle Township. So 3rd and 10 for Buna.
And I think, Brian, that was just one of those where Gonzalez said, I have nothing, nobody's open. I'm just going to get rid of the football.
Yeah, he overthrew everyone.
1:20 to play here in the first half. It is now 3rd down and 10 for the Chiefs from the Middle Township 29-yard line.
Oh, and Buna takes a timeout. We'll keep it here for this one. That's a costly timeout, buddy, because the clock's already stopped because of the incomplete pass. So Buna now is down to 1 timeout, 3rd and 10, 1:20 to go in the half. We're tied at 6 apiece. Kindle Auto Plaza is a proud supporter of Cape May County High School football. They've consistently offered a great customer experience. Contact Kindle Auto Plaza, 609-465-5000. At Salty Pets and Cape May Courthouse, they treat your pups as if they are their own. Stop in for food, supplies, and a dog self-wash station. Bayshore Restaurant offers a family-friendly dining atmosphere with great signature dishes for lunch and dinner. That's the Bayshore Restaurant on Route 9 in Ocean View. 3rd and 10 for Buna at the Middle Township 29, Gonzalez takes the snap, back to pass, throws it out to the left. It's caught for a first down. Wide open over there was Reed, and it's a pickup of 12. And he was stopped inbounds, so now the clock rolls after it momentarily stops for the first down. Called a pickup of 11. Now the ball is at the Middle Township 18-yard line. We're now inside a minute to play. 1st and 10 for Buna, tied at 6 here in the first half. And they hand it to Smith, and he is pancaked over there. Great play by Middle Township's Ryan Broughton. And Smith loses 4 yards. Great play by Broughton. He actually shook off 2 blockers. Inside 30 seconds to go. Buna going quickly here. Gonzalez takes the snap, back to pass, fires over the middle. It is caught by Marshall. And Buna takes its final timeout.
With 17 seconds left to go in the half.
And that pass went for 12 yards. It brings up 3rd and 2 for Buna. 17 seconds to go in the half. If you'd like a sandwich or a whole tray, call Primo Hoagies in Rio Grande, 609-846-7532. That's Primo's in Rio Grande. Yuri's Waterfront, they have that newly renovated pub room, and it's the perfect place to watch every NFL game. They do have the Sunday ticket. Food and drink specials as well. That's Yuri's Waterfront at the foot of the bridge in Wildwood. If you need a new fence, call Coastal Fence and Railing, 609-741-4264. Third and 2 for Buna, 17 seconds to go. Direct snap to Garrison. He rolls, he throws, incomplete. Little trickery there. Up, and now we have
7 seconds left to play. It's going to bring up a 4th down. Or is it?
We have a penalty here, I think, on Middle Township. No, actually, buddy, there's no penalty. I believe they're trying to reset the clock to 10 seconds. I guess the clock must have run a couple of extra seconds here. It's 4th down and 2 for Buna. And let's see what. Still have not changed the clock yet. Looks like they're working. I guess they must be working on it on the other side of the press box here. Up, and now they just got it to 10 seconds. So 4th and 2 for Buna. 10 seconds to go.
That call might have came in from the North Pole.
I don't know. I don't get your logic there. Gonzalez in the shotgun. Back to pass on 4th and 2. He's rolling, he's looking, he's firing. Wide open in the end zone for a touchdown. Absolutely wide open was Robert Brannon Miller. And that is a huge, huge mistake by Middle Township.
Yeah, on 4th down, 4th and 2, and he was wide open. And he's the biggest guy out there on the field.
So a big mix-up in coverage by Middle Township allows Buna to take a 12-6 lead here. They will go for 2. And Middle Township jumps offside here. Oh, no, they did not. It looked like they did, but no whistles. They hand it off to Smith. Great play by Lombardo, and they stop him short. Good tackle by Lombardo. But Buna takes a 12-6 lead, 4 seconds to go in the half. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 the Coast. Touchdown pass from J.J. Gonzalez to Robert Brannon Miller. 2-point conversion run fails, and the Chiefs have a 12-6 lead with just 4 seconds to go in the first half. And Gonzalez tees it up for the kickoff. And it's high and deep. I don't know why they would kick it deep. Picked up by Rodriguez at the 20, muffed it, but then picked it back up. Still on his feet, taken down at the 29-yard line. That is the final play of the half. So at the half, it's Buna 12, Middle 6. Middle will get the ball to start the second half. We're going to take a 4-minute timeout. We'll come back with the halftime report on 98.7 The Coast. seconds left in the half to take the lead. We're going to have a long halftime here as it is homecoming, so a lot of festivities here going on the field or on the periphery of the field here at Middle Township. So Panthers trailing 12-6. Middle took advantage of a muffed punt by Buna to get its touchdown. Ended up being a trick play. Remy Rodriguez, an 18-yard touchdown pass to Michael Zarfati on a halfback pass or fullback pass, however you want to characterize Rodriguez. And then Buna scored on 2 straight long drives. In a 13-play, 70-yard drive, capped off by Yasir Jordan's 18-yard touchdown run. And after Middle moved the football, but then a sack hurt their field position. They ended up turning it over on downs. Buna took over at its own 29, a 12-play, 71-yard drive to finish the half, and it was a 10-yard touchdown pass from J.J. Gonzalez to Robert Brannon Miller. Obviously, with the score 12-6, you can tell that neither team has made an extra point. They've all gone for 2. All after every touchdown, each team, the 3 touchdowns tonight, they've all gone for 2 and all have failed. So here we are at 12-6. Middle Township will have the football to start the second half. Uncle Bill's Pancake House is a place where the whole family can get a great breakfast and it won't break the bank. Check out one of the many Uncle Bill's Pancake House locations in Cape May County. Some other scores. A real good one up the road. Lenape leads Cherokee 12-7 in the fourth quarter. Wildwood's up 12-6 on Lindenwold in the fourth. And Pittman is all over Lower Cape May, 40-6. And to give a little context on how surprising that is, Pittman came in at 2-2. One of their wins was by just 21-20 over Cumberland. So Pittman beat Cumberland by a point. Lower Cape May beat Cumberland earlier in the season. I believe it was 47-12. They did. So that's how shocking that Pittman result or score is over Lower Cape May. That's in the fourth quarter. They lead 40-6. Here it's 12-6, Middle trailing Buna at the half. We're going to take another 4-minute timeout. We'll come back after this on 98.7 The Coast. video stream. Middle Township trailing Buna 12-6 at the half. Middle will get the ball to start the second half. Wildwood has a 12-6 lead over Lindenwold in the fourth quarter. That game at Lower Cape May has gone final. Pittman has beaten the Caper Tigers 40-6, and that is a pretty big upset. I mean, not only Pittman winning the game, buddy, but by that score of 40-6. That's incredible.
Yeah, well, absolutely. As we had mentioned during the first half of this game, Pittman was a 37-0 loser against Buna, and for that margin, for the way Lower Cape May has played all year, with that balanced offensive attack, that their defense has been outstanding. Like, wow, you talk about the wheels coming off the bus.
Yep. All right, we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back with the start of the second half right after this on 98.7 The Coast. And Alexa Anaya for being named the homecoming king and queen, respectively, here at Middle Township. George Carapana Giotis, buddy. Yeah, I wouldn't even want to begin to hear how many ways you would mispronounce that name.
Yes, that's a mouthful. I think that took up the whole alphabet.
Yeah. All right, middle to receive here. Wakefield is back deep. Gonzalez to kick it. Beautiful night for football here at Memorial Field. Kick is high, and it's actually taken by Rodriguez, who was taken down at the 28. And Middle Township will start there. 1st and 10. And see if Middle can get something going here.
Well, they went into the locker room last week, Brian, trailing 12-0 against Lower Cape May. And,
right.
They went in flat, and when they came out, it was like watching a different football team. So, obviously, it's going to be interesting to see how they respond to the adjustments and see what happens here.
They hand it off to Rodriguez, who carries a tackler for a few yards, picks up maybe 3. 2nd and 7 for Middle. Actually, they mark the ball back at the 30, so it's really only a 2-yard gain, and that makes it 2nd and 8. And Oliver under center again. Now we have a flag. I think a Middle Township player moved again. 7th penalty on Middle Township tonight.
And I'll tell you, these are the penalties that Middle's been experiencing, Brian. These motion penalties, which really, not only do they frustrate, the coach, but they're really absolutely the type of penalties you can't afford.
Yeah, this will bring up 2nd and 13 now for Middle Township. They trail 12-6, early stages, third quarter. Oliver hands to Moore. And Tyree Moore picks up about 5. And the thing with Middle Township, buddy, with the penalties is that they're not really equipped as a big play offense. They get their chunks of 4, 5, 6 yards when they're going well. So, they can't afford to have, 1st and 20s and 2nd and 15s. So 3rd down and about 8 here for Middle Township. A little over 10 minutes to go, third quarter. LeBoy in motion. Rolling is Oliver. Throws over the middle. Caught by Zarfati. Zarfati across midfield. Still on his feet at the 40 and taken down at the 37-yard line. "33-yard pass play. And that is a huge first down pickup there, buddy, on 3rd and 8.
Well, and absolutely. And Oliver, he delivers the ball right on the money to Sarfati, who ran a very good route, getting himself wide open right in the middle of the field. And then he was able, as he does, he tucks the ball in and picks up runs, yards after the catch.
Rodriguez, big-time running room here on first down. And he's going to be up for a gain of about 11. That's his longest run of the night. And it'll move the ball down to the Buna 26. 1st and 10 for Middle. Wildwood, buddy, has just scored another fourth quarter touchdown. They now lead 18-6 with less than 4 minutes to play against Lindenwold. First and 10 for Middle here. Another handoff to Rodriguez. He breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and has another first down. And Middle Township's bench is incensed that there was no face mask call at the end of that run.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we're a little bit further away, but the way his head was reacted to the way he was tackled, it sure looked like a face mask from here.
13-yard run takes it down to the 13-yard line. First and 10 for Middle. It's a handoff to Moore. Still on his feet. Picks up maybe a couple. Second down and 8 for Middle as that moves the ball down to the 11. $7:50 to go, third quarter. Buna leads Middle, 12-6. And the Panthers, though, are driving. They have the ball 2nd and 8 at the Buna 11. Oliver hands to Rodriguez, trying the right side, and a great run by Remy Rodriguez, and I believe he's going to have a first down inside the 5.
And that time, Rodriguez taking advantage, going through the right side of that Middle Township offensive line, and he does pick up the first down, so it's going to be first and goal
at the 3.
From the 3.
Inside 7 minutes to go, third quarter. Middle trailing 12-6, but the Panthers 3 yards away from tying the football game on first and goal. Handoff. Rodriguez. Touchdown. Touchdown, Remy Rodriguez ties it at 12 with 6:47 to go in the third quarter.
And I'll tell you what, Remy Rodriguez really made that look easy, as did his offensive line. They got him a nice gap, Brian, and then Rodriguez was able to dance in there basically untouched to tie up this football.
You know what, though, buddy? Remy Rodriguez is hurt. He looks like he aggravated that ankle again, that Achilles, and he is coming out of the game for this 2-point conversion. And Middle's going to go with the swinging gate here. So the linemen are lined up all the way to the left. Oliver takes the snap, rolls to his right, throws. It's caught. Caught by Tyree Moore to give Middle Township the lead with the 2-point conversion. So it's 14-12 Middle, 6:47 to go third quarter. Back after this 30-second break, 98-7 the Coast. Couple minutes ago, buddy, I said they aren't really a big play offense. They used some big plays there. 33-yard pass to Michael Zarfati. Remy Rodriguez had 5 carries for 38 yards on that drive. Kickoff taken by an up man and going to run all the way out to the 47-yard line. Good return by Buna. That was Garrison on the return. I think they're going to mark it up close to the 48.
Yeah, and he caught that ball. Did Garrison on the fly. I mean, he came up underneath it. Did Samir Garrison, caught that ball, and he just kept going at full speed. And as Brian said, he got it just shy of the 50. They're going to mark it on the 47-yard line of Buna.
So 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Middle has the lead, 14-12. Handoff to Smith, tries the right side. Picks up a couple. Nice play by Marco Salgado on the tackle.
And Naz Smith, he's going to get that ball to the 30-yard line, so they're going to mark it. 30-yard line, excuse me, the 50-yard line. They're going to mark it just shy. Or maybe we'll call it the 49.
So call it a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Approaching the midway point of the third quarter. We've got a good one here. Middle Township leading Buna 14-12. Gonzalez hands it. First down and more by Smith, taken down after getting down to the 37-yard line. 14-yard gain and a first down. So 1st and 10 for Buna at the Middle Township 37. Short kickoff and a good return set up Buna on this possession. And now they're inside Middle's 40, just 2 plays into the possession.
And Naz Smith, he has done a very good job tonight, Brian, in being their secondary ball carrier. Samir Garrison.
They hand it to Smith. Smith's actually probably have more carries than Garrison to this point, hasn't he, buddy?
Yes, absolutely.
4-yard gain this time for Smith. 2nd and 6 for Buna at the Middle Township 33-yard line. Panthers leading the Chiefs 14-12, inside 5 minutes to go third quarter. Homecoming night here at Memorial Field. And Wildwood up 2 touchdowns on Lindenwald, and they just picked up an interception with a little over 3 minutes to go. Handoff again to Smith, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, fumbles the football, but dives right on it. Michael Zarfati could not get in there, and Smith ends up picking up good yardage on that play, but it will bring up 3rd and short. 3rd and 1 for Buna. We'll be inside 4 minutes to go in the third quarter when this ball is snapped. Big play here for the Middle Township defense. 3rd and 1 for Buna. Smith the lone setback. Takes the handoff. He's going to be close. Short gain here.
Yeah, he's going to be very close. It's going to depend on the spot.
And they're not going to measure, and they're going to say that Smith is short. So it's 4th down and 1 for Buna. Probably about a half a yard needed. Massive play here with a little over 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Middle leading 14-12. Gonzalez under center. Hands off to Smith. He's got the first down and more. He's inside the 20. And a pickup of about 10.
And the right side of that Buna offensive line just really opened up a nice hole, and Smith took full advantage.
And Buddy Smith has carried the ball on all 6 of these plays. Wildwood now leads Lindenwald 24-6. Junior Hans a 24-yard touchdown run. First and 10 for Buna. They trail Middle 14-12, 2.5 to go. Third quarter. Ball at the Middle Township 17-yard line. Gonzalez. It's a toss. And taken down. Nice play by Travis Lombardo. Yasier Jordan taken down for no loss. Or no gain. Excuse me. Bring up 2nd and 10 for Buna. Ball at the middle 17. That was the first play of this possession that did not go to Naz Smith. Smith is the lone running back here. Garrison goes in motion. Gonzalez surveying the middle defense. Takes the snap. Hands to Smith. Smith breaking tackles. And he fumbles the football at the end there, buddy, and Middle Township has it. Believe Tyree Moore came up with it. And Middle Township, a big defensive stop there as they lead 14-12, and they're going to get the ball back at their own 11-yard line with 1:21 to go in the third quarter. Couple of the one final that we have, Lower Cape May lost 40-6 to Pittman. Wildwood is leading Lindenwold 24-6 very late. 1st and 10 for Middle Township at their own 11. Handoff to Rodriguez. Still on his feet. Great run. And a flag comes in at the end.
Yeah, that's a late flag.
This might be a face mask. It's a pickup of about 9. Let's see what we have here. It's a personal foul, face mask. So it's a gain of 9, and then the 15-yard face mask penalty will give Middle Township the first down. And certainly helps their field position as the ball now is all the way out at the 36-yard line. Middle leading 14-12, 1:13 to go in the third quarter. Moore and Rodriguez in the backfield. They hand it off to Moore. Moore has some room, lowers his shoulder, picks up about 13 and a first down. Call it a gain of 14. They put him all the way up at midfield. Great run there, buddy, by Tyree Moore.
Yes, absolutely. It was a great run. Followed up, by that 9-yard pickup by Rodriguez, and then add on the 15-yard face mask penalty. So you're looking at, that right there. I mean, obviously they add up, Brian. That's
Yep.
a 38-yard pickup.
Moore again off the left side, and he's carrying people. Gets it down inside the 45-yard line, still on his feet, and finally a whistle. Great run by Tyree Moore, picks up 6. Be second down and 4. This will be the final play of the third quarter. Middle Township leads at 14-12. We'll be back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. On the Coast Sports Today Facebook page. Middle Township will have a 2nd and 4, ball at the Buna 44-yard line as we start the fourth quarter. Middle leads it 14-12. And give Remy Rodriguez a lot of credit, buddy. He is certainly playing at much less than 100%.
Well, and that's what, obviously you can tell by the way on certain plays, depending on how he gets hit, he comes up, he's limping a little bit. But I'll tell you what, when he gets that pigskin in his hands, he certainly doesn't run with a limp.
Wildwood has scored another touchdown, and they lead Lindenwold 32-6. So the Warriors will pick up their 2nd win of the season. 2nd and 4 for Middle Township at the Buna 44. Hand off to Rodriguez. He gets maybe 2. Bring up 3rd and 2. Buddy, remember the days when we didn't have to use the binoculars?
Yeah.
You know, and then then there were days where you needed them on a few plays. Now I need them on every one.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. Well, at least Middle Township's uniform numbers aren't as bad as they were.
But they used to be a few years ago.
Buttes now
are tough.
They're god awful.
Yeah, the gold numbers are tough to see from the press box. 3rd down and a short 2 for Middle Township. Handoff to Moore. He is upended in the backfield. And this will bring up 4th and almost 4. That was a nice play by Caden Bryant. As Moore loses a yard, and it's now 4th and 3 at the Buna 43. 10:50 to go. 14-12 Middle Township nursing the 2-point lead. Needless to say, a huge play in this football game here on 4th and 3. They hand it to Rodriguez. He's got the 1st down and more. And he's taken down at the 30. That's a pickup of 13. Big conversion there for Middle Township. And they move the chains again. That's their 3rd first down of this drive that started back at their own 11. And now they have it 1st and 10 at the Buna 30. 10-10 to go in the 4th quarter. Middle leads it 14-12. They hand again to Rodriguez. Follows the wedge. Good blocking by Middle there. And Rodriguez, though, picks up about 3. Looked like he was cutting and might have lost his footing a little bit.
Well, again, 9:45 to play in this football game. Middle Township on top, 14-12. They trailed going into the half, 12-6. You know, and right now, Middle Township just wants to continue with this ball control offense. And if they can pop a big play, obviously they will take it.
Hand off to Rodriguez, picking his way. That's a nice run by Rodriguez. Picks up about 5 or 6. Third and 2 for Middle Township. Ball at the Buna 23-yard line. Inside 9 minutes to go. Middle with this 2-point lead. 3rd and 2. Oliver takes the snap. Hands it to Moore. He's got a 1st down and more. Still on his feet. Dragging tacklers into the end zone for a touchdown. Tyree Moore from 22 yards out. What a run.
And Tyree Moore, he got some help there from his teammate.
And buddy,
Brian Jeslitis, because Jeslitis helped him basically by coming up from behind and pushing him through a couple of tackles, getting him into the end zone.
Now this 2-point conversion here, buddy, is huge because if Middle converts it, they go up 2 scores with 8.5 minutes to play. If they don't convert, it's still an 8-point game as they lead it 20-12. So let's see what they run here on this 2-point conversion. Oliver's in the shotgun, empty backfield. Man comes in motion. Oliver rolls to the right, throws, incomplete. So the 2-point try fails. Still a 1-score game, but Middle leads it 20-12, 8.5 to go. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. Bridge in Cape May. Crest Savings Bank, banking since 1919 with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. CrestSavings.com. The Bellevue Tavern, great food, great times, and great crab cakes are waiting for you. Enjoy Courthouse Casual. Fine food and spirits since 1905. So Middle on the 22-yard touchdown run by Tyree Moore now leads Buna 20-12 with 8:32 to go in the game. Brian Jositis has it teed up at the 40. It's a high, short kick. And a big hit over there. Buna player still on his feet, but now they blow the whistle. And Buna will have the ball a little short of the 40.
I'll tell you what, there were some big hits in the middle of that field. One from Middle Township defensively.
Austin McGraw, buddy, was the big hit there on that return. Buna will have it at their own 38-yard line, excuse me.
And Buna did no backing down with their blocking on that effort either.
Right.
Both teams really got after it, and the officials were right on top of it.
All right, so 8:27 to go. Buna needs a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 38. Gonzalez up under center. Fakes a toss. He's going to pass. Throws it down the middle. It's caught. Caught. All the way down at the 35-yard line by Mikey Ernst. Tight end. 27-yard play and a first down.
Yeah, and that was a beautifully thrown ball, Brian.
It was, because Wakefield's coverage was not bad there.
But Gonzalez really threw the ball right on the money, and his receiver went up, caught it, came down with it, so it was also a good catch.
They hand it off. So a gain of about close to 5. Naz Smith on the run. They'll mark him shy of the 30, so we'll call it a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. For Buna. 7:20 to play in the football game. Middle leads 20-12. J.J. Gonzalez goes up under center. Jordan the lone setback. Check that. It's Smith the lone setback. Gonzalez keeps and gets a first down. Picks up about 6 or 7. Now to move the ball down to the Middle Township 25-yard line. Buna had it inside the 20 on their last possession and then fumbled. Both teams have actually been able to move the ball tonight, buddy.
Yes, they have. Both teams have moved the ball. And, penalties, yes, have played a big part, as well as turnovers, particularly by Buna.
1st and 10 for Buna. Handoff to Garrison. He's got a lot of running room and finally wrestled to the ground. After a gain of about 7. Marco Salgado on the tackle. Inside 6 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Middle leads 20-12. 1st and 10 at the 18 for Buna. Gonzalez goes under center here. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Smith. Smith still on his feet. And he's going to have the first down, I believe. Pick up a 4. That'll move it down to the 14-yard line of Middle Township. 5:25 to go. Buna trailing 20-12. Middle Township trailed 12-6 at the half.
And right now, Middle Township needs to come up big defensively. We're coming up on the 5-minute mark in this football game. The Panthers on top, 20-12.
Fumbled snap. Middle Township thinks they have it. And no, Buna fell on it. So Buna was able to recover that. 2nd and 10. Gonzalez had trouble pulling it out from center. Then it appeared he had it, and then he lost it as he was backing up.
And they're going to say that he lost 1 yard on that play, Brian.
So it's 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line. 4:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. Buna trailing Middle Township 20-12. Gonzalez under center. Hands it off. Smith maybe gains 2 or 3. Bring up a huge 3rd down. 3rd and 9 at the Middle Township 13-yard line. You got to think Buna's going to put the ball in the air here, buddy. 3:44 to go in the football game. Middle leading by 8. And Chiefs taking an awfully long time here in between plays, shuffling players in and out.
Well, they've been doing that the whole game. You had mentioned that a couple of times, Brian.
Gonzalez in the shotgun here. Takes the snap. Fires. It's caught. And breaking tackles is Reed. Wow, Middle had him for a loss. And Reed ends up picking up 2. Reed broke 2 tackles, one about 5 yards deep in the backfield after catching the wide receiver screen. So it's going to bring up 4th and 7. And this really might be your ball game right here. We're inside 3 minutes to go. Buna has it 4th and 7 at the Middle Township 12. Middle leads 20-12. 2 receiver split, actually 3 to this near side.
Well, both teams have all of their timeouts left.
Gonzalez back to pass. Looking, throwing toward the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. He overthrew everybody. And Middle will take over on downs. There was some hand fighting going on between one of the receivers and a Middle Township defender. A great no call by the officials because that ball was thrown 10 yards over the intended receiver's head.
Well, he was going for the big guy, Robert Brandon Miller, who had caught that touchdown just before the first half ended, Brian. But that time, as you said, he threw the ball. He was well covered, but he threw the ball. It was uncatchable. And Middle Township, very fortunate to hold in that situation. 2:11 to go here in the football game. And the Panthers on top, 20-12.
It looks like we have another problem with the clock, buddy. And they did. They reset it to 2:15, so they added 4 seconds. And as you mentioned earlier, Buna has all 3 timeouts remaining. So Middle Township is going to have to get at least 1 first down here to be able to run out the clock. They lead 20-12, 2:15 to go. Oliver, hands off to Moore. Breaks tackles. Still running with the football. Across the 30, across the 40, across midfield, inside the 30. Still on his feet, breaks a tackle. What a run by Tyree Moore, touchdown.
Wow.
88 yards.
Tyler Moore just bursted through the left side of that Middle Township line, got to the outside, he turned the corner, and he stayed down the sideline and he was hit numerous times by Buna defenders.
Buddy, he looked like he was running out of steam. And when the Buna player came and hit him around the 25 or 30-yard line, he just bounced right off him and more all the way into the end zone from 88 yards out.
And he's needless to say, he's now sitting on the sideline as he's now laying down. As you said, Brian, it took him every ounce of energy that he had to maintain that pace. What a great job.
And Middle leads it 26-12 with 1:58 to go. They'll go for 2 here. So the Panthers now up 2 scores with 1:58 to go. And they've outscored Buna 20-0 so far in this second half. Handoff to Rodriguez, and he gets in. Rodriguez, the 2-point conversion run, and Middle Township leads it 28-12 with 1:58 to go in the football game. Back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. Back at Memorial Field, Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, and Sam Cohen on the live video. Middle Township, an 88-yard run by Tyree Moore. Terrific run by the running back. And Middle now leads at 28-12 with 1:58 to go. We have a final up in Lindenwold. Wildwood has won its second game of the year. They beat Lindenwold 32-12. Lower Cape May lost 40-6 to Pittman. Brian DeZitis to kick it off for Middle Township. They lead 28-12 with 1:58 to go. High but short, little pop kick to the 40. Middle Township, good coverage there as Buna gets it up to the 45. 1:54 to go.
Well, Brian, it's 2 weeks in a row we saw a different Middle Township Panther team in the second half than we saw in the first half.
Yeah, they outscored Lower Cape May 18-0 in the second half last week, and they've so far outscored Buna 22-0 in the second half with 1:54 to play. Gonzalez takes the snap. He's back to pass. Fires out in the flat. It's complete to Reed, who's taken down after a gain of about 6. Good job by Middle to tackle Reed inbounds, so the clock continues to move. 1:35 to go. Middle ahead, 28-12. 2nd and 4. Shotgun for Gonzalez. Throws it out. Little screen play here to Garrison. He's tackled by LeBoy, but it's a nice gain. And a pickup of about 11.
That was a nice gain, excuse me. Obviously, there is no quit in this Buna Chief football team.
Gonzalez back to pass. He's going to throw it deep down the far sideline. It's caught. No, dropped. Dropped.
Well, it certainly wasn't for lack of effort.
Yeah, that was Reed. I thought Reed might have gotten away with a little push-off, buddy. Exactly a minute to play, 2nd and 10.
And you could be correct. But I think that's a good no call if the official was right there, right on top of that. Perhaps if he would have caught that football.
Maybe he pulls the flag out. It could be right.
Yes.
Could be right. 2nd down and 10 for Buna. The Middle Township 36. Exactly 1 minute to go. 28-12 Middle. Gonzalez back to pass. Looking, fires. It's caught by Marshall, who's taken down after a gain of 6. And Buna calls timeout. We'll keep it here during the timeout.
Well, and again, Coach Glover for the Chiefs. I mean, there's time left on this clock. There's teachable moments, in football games, and these guys, the Chiefs have 2 or 3 more games left on the schedule, so it's an opportunity. One, again, this team's not going to quit. Middle's got to play until that final horn sounds. And you want to try and build on something if you can.
50 seconds to go. 3rd and 4 for Buna. Ball is at the Middle Township 30 after this timeout. Next week, we're actually a daytime football, buddy. We'll have this same Buna team at Lower Cape May. It's an 11 a.m. start down at Stephen Steger Memorial Field. Then the following week, we'll also have a Saturday game with Wildwood, which is coming off a big win tonight over Lindenwold. 3rd and 4 for Buna at the Middle Township 30. 50 seconds to go. Gonzalez back to pass. Fires. It's caught for a first down. To James Smith. Pickup of about 6 and a first down. Clock is now moving, though, as they reset the chains. 35 seconds to go. Gonzalez back. Being chased. Breaks that tackle. Now is firing toward the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you what. Give Gonzalez credit, Brian.
That was Garrison downfield.
He took a hit.
That's a 24-yard touchdown pass.
He took a hit in the backfield before he was able to release that ball. He regained his composure, took a couple of steps to his left, and found Samir Garrison open.
Buddy, obviously we're watching the where the ball is. You just wonder if middle secondary thought that the line had Gonzalez sacked.
Yes.
And kind of, lost their mark, so to speak, and that allowed Garrison wide open in the back corner of the end zone. Buna has to go for 2 here. They trail by 10 with 23 seconds to go. Middle's going to call a timeout here as they didn't have the right personnel on the field. And, Michael Zarfati, who does an awful lot of things for Middle Township, was not on the field there, buddy. And as he went running on, Middle had to call the timeout.
Yes, number 9 was
about 9 seconds late to the party.
Yeah, thinking his head was elsewhere.
All right, so Buna goes for 2. 23 seconds to go. Middle would do well here to stop Buna, and then you basically take all the drama out of the onside kick. Because if they stop Buna here, the Chiefs would need 2 scores with just 23 seconds left. Gonzalez will come up under center here. Rolls to his right. Oh, it's a throwback screen. And wide open for the 2-point conversion is Mikey Ernst. So, 22 seconds to go. And it's 28-20. And now Middle is going to have to field an onside kick here.
Yeah, and needless to say, again, you got to credit Buna because there is no quit in that football team, and now they legitimately have a shot. 22 seconds to go. If they recover this onside kick, you never know.
Yeah, you see the hands team for middle up front. You know, Lombardo, Moore, Zarfati's up in there. Chase Moore's out there, the freshman. Gonzalez will set it up on the right hash mark. And Buna has to recover this onside kick or middle will win it. And we have a whistle. And now we're ready to go. Gonzalez approaches, kicks it, and it goes out of bounds. It actually went through the legs of a Middle Township player. It was kicked so hard, though, that it went out of bounds. It went through the legs of Josiah Santiago. And Middle will take the ball at the 35-yard line. And so it's a 5-yard penalty from the spot of where it went out of bounds. It's just, so should have said 45-yard line, but it gets moved up to the 50. So Middle can take a knee here. It's victory formation time. Buna does have 2 timeouts. I don't know if they'll use them. There's 22 seconds left. Oliver under center, getting some instruction by the referee. Takes the knee. And Buna does call the timeout. With 13 seconds to go. Now they're going to have to reset the clock to 17 seconds. But Buna can only stop the clock one more time. So, Buna doing their due diligence, so to speak, buddy. They're making Middle Township execute the snap. Can't blame them.
No, I mean, absolutely not. I mean, you know, the game is meant to be played until the final horn sounds.
This is a big win for Middle Township, buddy. You know, it could potentially be a pretty big PowerPoint win. I believe they entered the weekend in 15th place. The top 16 teams make the state playoffs. Oliver again takes the knee. And Buna takes its final timeout. With 14 seconds to go. So Middle just needs to snap it.
And as you just said, you know, with the PowerPoints and the seating in Group 2, you know, Middle is trying to do whatever it can to jockey its way up, you know, a little bit further in that seeding process.
Yeah, I mean, if they win out, I don't think they'll have a chance to get a home game, but they certainly could have a better matchup in the first round. So if Middle executes this last snap, the game is over. They do, as Oliver takes the knee, and the Panthers will win it 28-20 as they score 22 points, 3 touchdowns in the second half to come back from a 12-6 deficit. For Sam Cohen on the video, for Norm Donahue back at the studio, all of our sponsors, and my partner, Buddy Tarbot, and I'm Brian Kniff. Middle Township wins its 4th straight. They beat Buna 28-20. This has been high school football on 98.7 The Coast.